XM, it's Sabrina Carpenter. Let's find out if I'm a lyrical genius. No Time for Rewrites, We Couldn't Help It is from Fast Times. The production on this song is actually one of my favorite by far on the record production-wise on the new album, and I think it's just because it feels very old school. It's driven by all live instruments, and it just kind of has like a throwback feel to it, but like also the melody feels really current and modern, and it was very indicative of like the time that we're living in, where we kind of just like let trauma and everything just kind of pass us by without really getting to sit and reflect and heal. But
there are comedy specials, and there are music specials, and there are holiday specials, but who does musical comedy holiday specials? A lot of people. But do those specials have celebrity guests? Yes, they do. Everyone with a musical comedy holiday special does them with celebrity guests, and this is one of those.
Sabrina Carpenter isn't just a name you hear on the radio. She's the spark behind some of the most infectious pop anthems of the decade. With a voice that can flip from sugar sweet to razor sharp in a single lyric, she's become one of Hollywood's most magnetic young stars. Whether she's lighting up a stage or stealing a scene on screen, Sabrina moves with the kind of confidence that makes you wonder not how she got here, but how anyone ever missed her brilliance in the first place. What makes Sabrina truly unforgettable, though, is the way she turns ordinary moments into art. Her songwriting feels like cracking open a diary written in glitter and honesty, bold, playful, and unexpectedly deep. She sings what everyone feels, but never says out loud, transforming heartache and flirtation into melodies that loop in your head for days. Every track feels like an invitation into her world, where humor meets heartbreak and vulnerability sparkles brighter than a spotlight. Sabrina Carpenter getting unexpectedly featured in a White House ICE arrest video, it's got everything. Hit songs, social media clapbacks, edited SNL clips, and even some shade from the Oval Office. By the end of this video, you'll know all the juicy details, why it's blowing up, and what it means for artists in the political spotlight. Let's dive in.
No, I was zoning in at 8. I'm zoning out like these days when I'm listening to music. But at that point, I was so tapped in, and I was really fascinated because you're like seeing a rainbow for the first time. You're listening to new songs and figuring out who people are. And one of the first artists that I listened to on the school bus was Taylor Swift, because my best friend Anna, who was my next door neighbor, played me our song in her headphones for me, and I was like, "What is this?" I was gagged.
The first time I ever came to the UK was 10 years ago. I was with my mom, and nobody knew who I was, maybe 10 people, but all I kept thinking about was one day how exciting it would feel if anyone in the UK knew my music.
Dive in. First off, for those who might not be up to speed, Sabrina Carpenter is the 26-year-old pop sensation behind massive hits like Espresso and Please Please Please. Her latest album, Short and Sweet, has been dominating charts, and her tour wrapped up just last month with viral moments that had fans going wild. Sabrina would playfully arrest a fan or celeb in the crowd using fuzzy pink handcuffs, tying into the song's flirty lyrics about trying out freaky positions. It's all fun and games until the White House got involved. The drama kicked off earlier this week when the official White House account posted a 14-second TikTok video promoting immigration and customs enforcement arrests. Set to Sabrina's Juno, the clip starts with people angrily filming ICE agents detaining individuals on the street, complete with close-ups of handcuffs snapping shut. Then it cuts to a montage of chases and arrests, perfectly timed to Sabrina singing, "Have you ever tried this one?" The implication? Equating her playful arrest bit to real-life deportations of what the administration calls criminal illegals. The video was captioned something like a warning to undocumented immigrants, emphasizing arrests and deportations. Fans and critics alike were stunned. How did a bubbly pop track end up soundtracking government propaganda? Sabrina didn't stay quiet. On December 2nd, 2025, she fired back on X, formerly Twitter, calling the video evil and disgusting. She wrote, "Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda." As a vocal supporter of Vice President Kamala Harris during the 2024 election, Sabrina's stance on issues like immigration isn't surprising. Her response went viral, racking up thousands of likes and shares, with fans praising her for standing up to the Trump administration. But the White House wasn't about to back down without a fight. Enter White House Deputy Press Secretary Abigail Jackson, who clapped back with a not-so-subtle dig. She told outlets like CNN and Rolling Stone, "Here's a short and sweet message for Sabrina Carpenter. We won't apologize for deporting dangerous, criminal, illegal murderers, rapists, and pedophiles from our country. Anyone who would defend these sick monsters must be stupid." Or is it slow?
That I'd get to be able to collaborate with Fernando and the whole team of Oscar. Initially, the dress was a lot of different colors. I think he was pulling from a lot of different collections and a lot of just different inspiration. And he saw these flowers that I had in my living room. They're forget-me-nots. They're this like baby blue, and they're really beautiful. And we both looked at the flower. We were just like, I think it's that. I think it's this color. I feel
Ouch. That's a direct reference to Sabrina's album title and her song Dumb and Poetic. The shade was real, and it only fueled the fire. By December 5th, the original video with Juno was deleted from the White House's X account, likely due to copyright concerns or the backlash. But if you thought that was the end, think again. Just a day later, on December 6th, the White House doubled down with a new video, this time on TikTok and X, featuring Sabrina herself, sort of. They spliced in an altered clip from her October 2025 appearance on Saturday Night Live. In the original promo, Sabrina jokes with SNL cast member Marcelo Hernandez, saying, "I think I might need to arrest someone for being too hot." He responds, "Oh, well, I turned myself in." And she quips, "You're under arrest." It's cute, flirty, and ties back to her tour gimmick. But the White House edited it, dubbing over too hot with illegal, turning it into a pro-ICE message. The video then cuts to more footage of ICE arrests with the caption, "PSA, if you're a criminal illegal, you will be arrested and deported." It's bold, it's trolling, and it's got the internet divided.
Katrina, as you can see, I'm reporting live from tonight's big premiere, standing in a literal whirlwind of basic. I've even seen ankle socks worn with Crocs.
This isn't the first time the Trump White House has pulled stunts like this. Last month, they used Olivia Rodrigo's All-American Bitch in a similar ICE rape video, showing agents conducting arrests and people boarding deportation flights. Olivia responded on Instagram, "Don't ever use my songs to promote your racist, hateful propaganda." The audio was eventually removed, but it highlights a pattern. Other artists like Brennan Urie and even the estate of Tom Petty have objected to their music being used in political context without permission. And remember the Pokemon Company? In September 2025, they called out the White House for splicing Pokemon-themed footage into an ICE montage. It seems like the administration's social media team is on a mission to blend pop culture with their immigration agenda, often without asking. So why is this happening? On one hand, it's a savvy, if controversial, way to make policy posts go viral.
Academy for having me and having everyone here tonight in celebration and in honor of everything that's happened. I feel so lucky to be able to come together and do something so special and beautiful and celebrate music. I want to thank all the fans that let my music be heard by the Recording Academy. I want to thank my mom for driving me to every voice lesson in Ballackinwood.
Wondering, like, I love how we got into this health combo. Ginger shot, turmeric.
Wow!
Yeah.
Like classic.
Yeah, I'm super natural and homeopathic. 100%.
Obviously, health tips with Sabcarp.
How are you? How are you guys? The first time I ever came to the UK was 10 years ago. I was with my mom, and nobody knew who I was. Maybe 10 people, but all I kept thinking about was one day how exciting it would feel if anyone in the UK knew my music. And now this week, I get to headline the O2 because of you guys.
By tying in trending artists like Sabrina, they tap into younger audiences on platforms like TikTok. President Trump's team has always been about bold, unapologetic messaging, and this fits right in. But critics argue it's a misuse of art, turning fun, empowering songs into tools for what many see as divisive policies. Sabrina, who's built her brand on empowerment and playfulness, clearly doesn't want her work associated with real-world arrests and deportations. Legally, while fair use might apply in some cases, artists can issue takedown notices for unauthorized use, especially if it damages their image. As of now, Sabrina hasn't publicly responded to the second video, but her reps have been reached for comment with no reply yet. Fans are rallying behind her with hashtags like #StandWithSabrina trending on X. This feud could escalate, maybe a lawsuit, or perhaps Sabrina drops a diss track. Who knows? But it's shining a light on bigger issues like artist rights, immigration policy, and how pop culture intersects with politics in 2025. What do you think? Is the White House crossing a line, or is this just clever marketing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. So if you enjoy my video, like Sabrina Carpenter, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the bell icon for the notification for more USA celebrity videos updates. Thanks for watching. See you next time.